Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Celebrations erupt across the nation as India clinch Asia Cup by defeating arch rival Pakistan by 5 wickets in finals. PM Modi terms India's win as Operation Sindoor on the games field. Disgraceful behaviour by Asian Cricket Council President Mohsin Naqvi as he leaves with Asia Cup trophy after India refused to accept it from him. BCCI to lodge protest with the ICC. US President Trump expresses optimism on Gaza peace deal as he will hold talks with Israeli PM Netanyahu. Hamas says it lost contact with 2 hostages in Gaza City. In US, at least 4 dead, several others wounded after a gunman opens fire at a Michigan church. Trump condemns the attack, says the epidemic of violence in US must end immediately. At least 11 dead, 20 missing as Typhoon Bualoi makes landfall in Vietnam. Businesses, airports shut, thousands evacuated. India clinched the Asia Cup after soundly beating Pakistan in all aspects of the game. But the bizarre behaviour of ACC chairman and Pak's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi proved that they are horrible sports administrators also. Low on management skills and courtesy, walking away with trophy and medals after Men in Blue refused to accept it from him. Detailed report.
A fantastic win should have followed by the grand celebration by Team India with the trophy, but that was not to be. What happened actually was regrettable. Drama ensued at the presentation ceremony, sparking lots of memes. Pak players lost on the field, ACC chairman still took the trophy away with him. The final was yet another day of utter humiliation for Pakistan cricket team. 3 defeats by India in as many games. At the post-match presentation, Indian team refused to accept the trophy from ACC chairman Mohsin Naqvi, who was also Pakistan's interior minister. That Pakistan was absolutely substandard in their game reflects from the 3-0 thrashing they got from India in the Asia Cup. But the rot extends so deep in the management, which surfaced after India's win. Naqvi, perhaps reeling under the loss, refused to hand over the trophy to India. Instead, he walked away with the cup and the medals. The ineptitude was given a befitting reply by the captain.
This is one thing which I have never seen since I started playing cricket, since I started following cricket, that a champion team is denied to get a trophy. I mean, that too a hard-earned one. I feel we deserved it. My trophies are sitting in my dressing room. All the 14 guys with me, all the support staff, those are the real trophies. Who I have been big fan of throughout this journey of Asia Cup since we came here and we played this tournament. We started our preparations. I think those are the real trophies, real moments which I am taking back as lovely memories, which will stay with me forever. It's like a gesture. मेरी तरफ से पता नहीं ये controversy हो सकता है कि नहीं. Controversial नहीं है. It's a good thing. I actually personally want to give my match fees of all the games which I have played in this tournament to the Indian Army.
BCCI is set to file a strong protest at the ICC's November conference in Dubai. Secretary Devajit Saikia called Naqvi's act unsportsmanlike and unacceptable.
You see, India is having a war with a country, and that country is one of the main leader is supposed to hand over the trophy to us. It is not possible for us. It is not ethically as well as morally possible for us. So we have refused to take the trophy, but that does not mean that that gentleman will take the trophy and the medals which is to be given to our country to his own hotel room. BCCI as well as we are going to lodge a very strong protest against the behavior of the gentleman in today's prize distribution ceremony.
India celebrated without a trophy. The entire nation joined the celebrations. Indian players took a subtle dig at their Pakistan counterparts and the PCB chairman by mimicking their celebrations, sending bold messages, and posting pictures with a fake trophy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi referred to Asia Cup win as another strike of Operation Sindoor. External Affairs Minister, Home Minister, and many more used social media platforms to express their glee. That Pakistan did not have class and quality worthy of an international team was evident in the tournament. That its administrators too are sour losers and desperately short of moral etiquette were also revealed by Naqvi's bizarre act. India is the Asia Cup champion. Pakistan players lost match on the field, and Naqvi's act ensured it lost its face of it. With Mukesh Shukla, Aarti Rana for DD India.
India erupted in celebration after the big win in the thrilling match from Delhi, Mumbai, Patna, Indore, Vadodara to Poonch. Visuals emerged of fans bursting firecrackers, beating dhools and dancing in the streets. The high-voltage clash at Dubai kept supporters on edge, with momentum swinging both ways before India's lower middle order held nerve to seal a memorable finish. The result triggered wild celebrations, as you can see in the visuals, with fans waving the tricolour and chanting slogans late into the night. In Uttar Pradesh's Lucknow, fans of the Indian cricket team took to the streets, bursting crackers and dancing with joy to celebrate the victory. And the victory sparked jubilant scenes across Indore as fans took to the streets to celebrate India's win. Supporters cheered the team's performance, dancing to the beat of dhools and reveling in India's memorable win. Celebrations erupted across Jammu and Kashmir. Fans took to the streets waving Indian flags and dancing in jubilation.
What a fantastic win. What a fantastic win.
Good. One thing you need to learn about India, India never leaves without a loss. Never.
Go India, yes, keep on winning, yes.
One thing that changed the game, Tilak Verma, he stood when everyone sat down.
Yes.
Smoke whenever you want to
Go
try
Tilak.
it. Go Tilak.
India.
Never doubt
India.
India. Never doubt
जीत
India.
गया भाई, जीत
India
गया.
will not leave without win.
जीत गया भाई, जीत गया.
India जीत गया.
Power play we lose 3 wickets, but you know Tilak Verma is my best man today.
That's why India still managed to win.
It was very exciting and most important, the spirit of game was very well maintained by both the teams.
The Tilak Verma was a match winner, and India has no problem. There were two teams they can play against the Pakistan, and they can beat the Pakistan all the time.
Pakistan will never win from India no matter what, because their spirit level, their confidence level is very low. They have to work on it.
It is very, very difficult for the Pakistan team to beat India anymore in any kind of match. I hope India will go more stronger and stronger in Asia.
Today in the match, I like Tilak the most because he made very good half century and also he played very good today. I'm very happy that India won. Pakistan and India played very good and it's a tough match.
This is a tremendous and a proud moment and beautiful moment for every Indian. Vande Mataram! Chak the India!
It's amazing what they have done and they never ever give up, our team.
India! 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 India!
Shifting focus now, in a significant step towards enhancing modern rail connectivity in East Indian state of Bihar, Minister for Railways and Information and Broadcasting Ashwini Vaishnav flagged off 7 new trains via video conferencing. The trains flagged off from Patna Junction include 3 Amrit Bharat Express trains, marking a major milestone in the expansion of affordable and efficient rail services across the country. With the addition of these 3 Amrit Bharat Express trains, the nationwide count rises to 15, with an overwhelming 13 of them operating from Bihar. The new Amrit Bharat trains being launched are from Muzaffarpur, Charlapalli, Amrit Bharat Express, Darbhanga, Madar, Amrit Bharat Express and Chhapra, Anand Vihar Terminal, Amrit Bharat Express. In the September edition of Mann Ki Baat, PM Modi appreciated Swami Vivekanand Cultural Centre in Colombo for translating Dr. Bhupen Hazarika's song into Singla and Tamil. Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha described it as a proud moment for the centre, highlighting the recognition by Prime Minister Modi.
The Honourable Prime Minister had spoken about our effort in Sri Lanka to translate the anthem of humanity sung by the great Bharat Ratna Bhupen Hazarika, and that fact that it has been translated into Tamil and Sinhalese shows the close cultural connection between the two countries. But the fact remains that the fact that it came to the notice of the Honourable Prime Minister is really very gratifying.
Time now for a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Moldova's pro-European party leads amid election fraught with Russian disinformation allegations. RBI Monetary Policy Committee meets amid trade tensions and new GST rates eyeing impact on economy. And World Heart Day is being observed today on the theme Don't Miss a Beat.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. International updates now. US President Donald Trump voiced optimism that a deal is near to end the conflict in Gaza ahead of Monday's negotiations with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The two leaders will meet today at the White House for a high-stakes discussion that Trump has boasted could end the conflict in Gaza. Trump projected optimism on Sunday as his administration works to close a comprehensive plan that would include the release of all hostages held by Hamas. A White House official said the US plan calls for the return of all hostages, living and dead, no further Israeli attacks on Qatar, and a new dialogue between Israel and Palestinians for peaceful coexistence. Trump did not provide specific details of a prospective ceasefire for hostages deal in Gaza, but Vice President J.D. Vance said that top US officials are immersed in very complicated, quote-unquote, negotiations with Israel and Arab leaders. Vance said he believed Trump's optimism is warranted, but injected a note of caution.
These things can get derailed at the very last minute. So while I remain very hopeful, I am cautiously hopeful. I'm going to let the diplomats continue to work on this. But our principle here is very simple. We want all the hostages to come home. We want Hamas to no longer be a terror threat.
Meanwhile, Israeli tanks pushed deeper into Gaza City, and the military wing of Hamas said it had lost contact with two hostages held there. The Hamas military wing, Al-Qassam brigades, called on Israel on Sunday to pull troops back and suspend airstrikes on Gaza City for 24 hours so fighters could retrieve the captives. Trump told in a phone interview he had received a very good response from Israel and Arab leaders to the Gaza peace plan proposal and that everybody wants to make a deal. Hamas said the group had not yet received any proposal from Trump nor from mediators. Israel has launched a massive ground assault on Gaza City, flattening whole districts and ordering hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to flee to tented camps. And in Michigan's Grand Blanc Township, two people have been killed, including the suspect in a shooting at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A man crashed his vehicle through the front doors of a Mormon church in Michigan and came out firing an assault rifle, killing 2 people and wounding 8 others before dying in a shootout with police. The perpetrator, identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford, a 40-year-old man from the nearby town of Burton, also set fire to the church, which was engulfed in flames and billowing smoke. Investigators will search the shooter's home and phone records in search of a motive. US President Trump called the incident horrendous in a post on his Truth Social and said it yet another target attack on Christians. The FBI is leading the investigation into the shooting, with special agent calling it an act of targeted violence.
I can confirm at this time that the FBI is now leading the investigation and is investigating this as an act of targeted violence. FBI crisis response teams, such as our evidence response teams, SWAT, Special Agent Bomb Technicians, victim specialists were deployed to the scene. We also have special agents who are continuing to conduct interviews and intelligence and professional staff personnel providing research and analysis.
Now, Moldova's pro-EU ruling party has won key parliamentary elections with more than 50% of the vote, as per the official results published on Monday. The Party of Action and Solidarity, headed by President Maia Sandu, that had garnered 50.03% of the votes compared to 24.26% for the pro-Russian Patriotic Bloc. The remaining distribution of votes cast suggests PAS could secure the critical majority it needs in 101-seat chamber to avoid a potentially shaky coalition and keep Moldova's EU bid on track, a process requiring years of legislative efforts. An official final tally is expected later on Monday. Now, Denmark will ban all civilian drone flights across the country over the coming days to ensure security as Copenhagen hosts an EU summit gathering heads of government. Mysterious drone sightings across Denmark since September 22nd have prompted the closure of several airports, with Denmark hinting at possible Russian involvement, though Moscow denies the charge. Copenhagen is to host an EU summit on Wednesday and Thursday. A violation of the ban can result in a fine or imprisonment for up to 2 years. Justice Minister Peter Hamalgard said in a statement the purpose of the ban was to simplify the work of police and other authorities. Defence ministers from around 10 EU countries agreed last week to make a so-called drone wall a priority for the bloc. Now in Bangladesh, at least 3 people were shot dead as fresh violence erupted in Khagrachari on Sunday during protests over the gang rape of a schoolgirl belonging to an ethnic minority community. According to local reports, thousands of demonstrators had gathered in the Hill district to demand justice and the arrest of the accused. The protests turned violent when clashes broke out, prompting security forces to open fire. 3 people from the ethnic community were killed and several others injured. The incident follows days of unrest in the Chittagong Hill tracts, where student groups and civil society bodies have accused authorities of failing to act against rising crimes against women. The demonstration had been organized by indigenous communities demanding justice for the rape of a 12-year-old girl. Barrister Devashish Roy, Raja of the Chakma Circle, has condemned the violence and reiterated demands for exemplary punishment of those responsible for the assault. Rights organizations have also called for restraint by law enforcement agencies and immediate steps to ensure justice. Authorities have deployed additional forces in Khagrachari as tensions remain high. Typhoon Bualoi made landfall in northern central Vietnam in the early hours of Monday, damaging houses and knocking down power grids, with at least 11 persons dead and 20 fishermen missing as the storm brought flooding, rains and huge swells. According to the National Weather Forecast Agency, the typhoon was over Nai An province as of 0100 GMT, with maximum wind speeds weakening to 88 kilometers per hour from 117 when it made landfall hours earlier. Ahead of the typhoon hitting, the government evacuated more than 28,500 people, while hundreds of flights were cancelled or delayed as 4 airports in central provinces were closed. Business updates now. The Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Committee will meet from September 29 to October 1st. The 6-member MPC, led by RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra, will begin its deliberations on Monday, with a decision to be announced on Wednesday. The RBI paused cutting rates in its previous meeting in August after 3 consecutive cuts totaling 100 basis points. The October meeting has become crucial as Trump's additional tariff of 25%, taking the total to 50%, came into effect on August 27, just days after the August meeting. GST new rates also kicked in on September 22nd in a move to boost consumption and increase domestic manufacturing. In today's times, when heart attacks and strokes affect not only the elderly but also younger adults in their 30s and 40s, do you know that most heart conditions are preventable if addressed on time? World Heart Day, observed every year on September 29th, serves as a reminder that caring for the heart is not just about living longer but also about living better, with the energy, strength and vitality to enjoy life to the fullest. DD India's Preeti Kaur gets us more in the report ahead.
Beating about 2.5 billion times in an average lifetime, the heart is the most hardworking muscle we have. It is more than an organ. It is the rhythm of life, symbol of love, and the keeper of our vitality. When it comes to health, nothing is more important than your heart. Heart diseases continue to be the leading cause of deaths worldwide, and the observance of World Heart Day plays a crucial role in helping people understand the importance of prevention and timely care. September 29th is celebrated as World Heart Day to raise awareness of cardiovascular disease and the importance of taking care of your heart. The theme this year, Don't Miss a Beat, emphasizes on the importance of consistent heart health awareness and proactive care. Cardiovascular diseases cause over 17 million deaths each year worldwide. Many of these deaths can be prevented through lifestyle changes. World Heart Day spreads awareness about eating heart-healthy food, avoiding tobacco and alcohol, managing blood pressure, diabetes and cholesterol, encouraging regular exercise, promoting early health checkups. It also matters because heart diseases affect not only older adults but also younger population due to rising stress, poor diet and lack of physical activity. Taking care of your heart does not have to be hard. You can follow simple and practical heart tips in your routine. Eat more fruits and vegetables. They are full of fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. Stay active. You can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease if you walk 30 minutes a day. Quit smoking. Smoking harms your arteries and increases risk of cardiovascular disease. Limit alcohol. Heavy drinking can strain your heart. Avoid stress. Use practices like meditation, yoga, and breathing deeply to keep stress low. A healthy heart is the strongest investment you can make for your life, your loved ones, and your future. Care for your heart, and it will care for you every beat of the way. Preeti Kaur, TD India.
Well, that's all we have in this edition of DD India Live. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.